Hey there everyone, it's Haz here, and today in this shorter video I prepared something special that I usually don't really do, specifically as I wanted to showcase Endless Dungeon for some of you who are interested in gameplay to see if you'd like the game and still not sure if it's something you'd like or not, and hopefully in the next 10 minutes I'll be able to break down each aspect of Endless Dungeon so that you can make a safe decision. Keep in mind this video is going to be a very compact showcasing of the game, and I expect that you probably already know the basics from my officially sponsored guides I prepared for Endless Dungeon, so if you haven't watched those yet, I highly recommend them to get familiar with the game's concept. Now for this video I decided to go for more live commentary instead of a guide because I think it's going to be more practical and you'll understand the game more. So the first objective that you should do when you're starting a new run is trying to find the generator on the map. In Endless Dungeon, as you know, as you're opening doors, that's how you get your resources, so it is vital to find your generators as early as possible, and there we go, we found one, so that you get a lot of resources. I usually start with industry so we can build as many turrets as possible. And we are incredibly lucky because there's even 2 generators in this room, and we'll be able to build lots of defenses, especially with Sweeper who specializes around turrets. Now I personally like to open doors around the crystal bot to see what's around it. And low we have also found, I like to call them pylons. These affect your heroes either positively or negatively. Fortunately this one gives us a 90% speed buff after a shove. But the negative ones can be really nasty, but you can disable them with the dust resource we'll talk about later. Let's keep exploring further. We found our first spawner. It is going to be bugs, and fortunately I already have a fire weapon, so we're gonna be good against them. I've also already unlocked fire turrets, and if you're not familiar with monster elements, you can also hover over the spawners and inspect them, and you can see that bugs are weak against fire and strong against acid. But since we do have fire turrets, I can already place them here, and the positioning might be just perfect that I think I'm going to place a sapping turret that increases elemental power against monsters and reduces their defenses in this little aura here, and I'm going to place 2 fire turrets. And this should be like a really strong combination against the spawner, so we'll see. Moving on, we are lucky, we have also found a leveling station. Now before we get into leveling, what I want to show you here is that you can see my sweeper is level 3. There is leveling in Endless Dungeon, and on the left side also you can see that my health, my defense, and my wit stat is having a golden icon. When you level up through the upgrade station, your golden stats, your golden attributes will also level up. So apart from the upgrade stations giving you these awesome new abilities that you can learn, they also upgrade your stats, so keep that in mind. As we explore, our main objective is still to find the exit, of course, to the next level, and unfortunately we found another spawner. I generally like to open all doors, but as the maps become harder and harder and you don't know if you can handle monsters, some doors might be worth just leaving closed in order to not risk getting more spawners. But in this case, I think we should be fine. I'm going to be placing the very same combination of turrets, and we should be just fine. You can see it works really well. Unfortunately, some monsters got past from the bottom. These are, I think, the really fast ones. But we can help them with Zad. We can also repair turrets if they're damaged. You can see we get really fast after a melee attack because of the pylon we unlocked earlier. Oh, perfect. You can see that this turret is glowing gold, which means it has leveled up. Every turret can be researched to level 3 like I showed in the previous video, and the ones that level up from activity like this, you can level them up by 1. Unfortunately, it's only 1 level they can gain by activity. We've also found a research station here, and I don't think I want anything from here, so I'm gonna reroll and hope for something better. I might take the flamethrower once we have 40 research. Let's keep exploring and hope we're gonna find our way towards the exit. Instead, we found another spawner, and unfortunately, this isn't bugs. And on top of it, they're in a dark room. But that is perfect for us because I wanted to show what dark rooms are about, in fact. So dark rooms are special because you cannot build any turrets in them. They are disabled, and usually some monsters are also stronger in dark rooms, or the pylons can give them buffs in them. But there's a dust resource, the golden icon on the right side, that you can pick up. It's a very rare resource, and you can use it to light up rooms such as this. Now, I think I kind of wasted it here, but I just wanted to show for the sake of the video that there will be lots of these dark rooms eventually as the game gets harder, and you will have to decide which ones to light up and which ones to leave dark in order to help you survive the level. As we explore further, we found another spawner. I'm really unlucky. We're finding a lot of these spawners. Let's quickly defeat them. And fortunately, we have found the next really important piece of the puzzle in every map, which is the breaker. Now, in every map, you will see that there are some doors which are locked, marked by red, and they are usually blocking your progression to the exit. But picking up the breaker is going to allow you to progress, and so it's very important to find these. Now, there is a hard wave incoming, and I'm going to reinforce our defenses in this room, I think. And I'm gonna leave the sweeper here, because the sweeper's passive is that every turret in the sweeper's room is going to be 30% stronger. So after defeating that wave, we can now finally use the breaker and advance on the level. And we have actually found the exit here. So this is where we're going to lead our little bot and make sure that it can do so safely. We're gonna pick up some more library unlocks. And this yellow glowing barrel is going to be a dust. Perfect. It is the resource for the dark rooms. Now that we've found the exit, our goal is to get the crystal bot from the start all the way to the elevator over here in the safest way possible to maintain its health. So let's look at the map and see what is the best path that we could create for it, because maybe the shortest is not always the best, but in this case, it likely is. And I think I'm going to open this door so that the bot can come through here. But it also means I'm going to have to manually protect this side of the map from the bugs. In fact, you know what? Let's place down some turrets over here. Why not? Just to make sure that everything goes well. I'm gonna place down my usual combination. And let's initiate that crystal bot. There we go. Now the final wave is an infinite wave, which means until the bot comes to the end, monsters are gonna keep pouring from every spawner and try to stop the bot. So this is going to be the hardest part of the game, and you need to make sure that the bot is safe. Let's see how those turrets are doing. We actually have a turret that leveled up in the bottom. I'm gonna come here and level it up quickly. It requires a quick shove. There's also another turret over here. Unfortunately, in the top right, it seems the bots are easily defeating my turrets. So that one is a hard one. Let's call here the AI to help me. Another level up. And while the bot is slowly coming here, I'm going to try to repair these turrets if I can. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All the others are doing fine. In fact, you see the combination of turrets here. Maybe it was actually worth building them, because not only have they held back the wave, they all leveled up. So that is a perfect little room there against the monsters. All we have to do now is protect Krabby at the final door. And as you play through Endless Dungeon, every map is gonna be pretty much similar to this. Some of them have checkpoints, so you have to lead Krabby from A to B, then B to C. So it's not necessarily this short. There are gonna be more spawners, tougher monsters, more turrets, more dark rooms especially. But pretty much, I would say that is the game flow of Endless Dungeon and what you can expect from it. And I hope this gameplay was useful. If you have any questions though, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll try to answer. Now, like I said, the game gets significantly more complicated as you play on, so if you felt this was a little bit underwhelming, it gets super hectic, especially on hard difficulty and later maps as you can see in the background, and the game can be very challenging that requires tactical planning and careful plays, but for the sake of this introductory video, I wanted to keep it simple. If you have specific parts of Endless Dungeon you'd like me to cover, leave it in the comments, but if you enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe as I have a bunch of guides coming in the following days with a lot of cool info. Thank you for watching everyone, take care, and I'll see you all the next time.